stories this evening. The buck stops with the president. His behavior was juvenile. Norton. GPL secures a second power ship amid growing energy demand. The question being asked is this the solution Guyana needs? AFC leader challenges citizens to vote a government that will promote substantial policies and order in society. And Health Ministry committed to ensuring diabetic patients receive highest standard of care as World Diabetes Day is observed. HGP Nightly News begins now. To our viewers here in Guyana and online, I'm Marita Brand with the Thursday 14th November 2024 edition of the HGP Nightly News. At this hour, this is what you need to know. Juvenile behavior. That's how the opposition leader has described a recent live-streamed meeting at State House. Travis Chase reports.
President Ifan Ali's public berating of government ministers, permanent secretaries, engineers, and consultants over delays in projects and related problems was juvenile, so says the People's National Congress Reform. The leader of the PNCR, Aubrey Norton, reminded the president that the buck stops with him.
Guyanese were able to witness the president and the PPP government in their true colors: incompetent, disorganized, and disordered, and arrogantly disrespectful. The public saw firsthand the level of chaos that has become endemic within the entire PPP administration.
President Ali scolded the professionals over 4-month-old delays in several construction projects. The meeting was streamed live on Facebook. The president even threatened contractors with cancelling their contracts and invoking liquidated damages if they did not complete the project on time. Mr. Norton, though, said that this points to a crisis in public procurement.
The entire public procurement system is in a planning and execution crisis. Hundreds of billions of dollars of the people's money are at stake.
The president's actions have been described by the opposition leader as a barrage of disgraceful insults, put-downs, and threats.
His juvenile behavior was misdirected and only served to undermine the morale of our dedicated professionals. President Ali and his government must take full responsibility for these massive failures in the management of public funds.
In a recent interview with several journalists, President Ifan Ali says that his public display was his way of providing transparency. Travis Chase, HGP Nightly News.
Public funds.
In a recent interview with several journalists, President Ifan Ali says that his public display was his way of providing transparency. Travis Chase, HGP Nightly News.
In a move to tackle Guyana's growing energy demands, the Guyana Power and Light has signed a 2-year contract for the rental of the second power ship, which will add 75 megawatts of power to the grid. But this decision is already facing criticism by many, questioning if this short-term fix will meet the nation's long-term energy needs. Carice Gonzalez has been
in a move aimed at addressing the nation's electricity woes, the Guyana Power and Light GPL signed a contract Wednesday with Car Power Ship Global MCC and UCC Energy International LLC for the rental of a second power ship. This 75 megawatts power ship is expected to bolster the country's energy supply under a 2-year agreement. In a statement, GPL highlighted that the power ship will be stationed at the Demerara River, with the first 60 megawatts scheduled to be integrated into the national grid within the next 6 weeks. An additional 15 megawatts will be brought online once the bridge and transmission line are completed. Under the terms of the contract, GPL will pay a monthly rental fee of US $8.52 per kilowatt hour. at an operational and maintenance charge of US 0.98 per kilowatt hour based on power generated. As part of the agreement, GPL will buy the necessary heavy fuel oil (HFO) to fuel the generators, ensuring continuous operation. Meanwhile, executive member of the Alliance for Change AFC, David Patton, has since criticized the decision to extend the Turkish power contract for another 2 years. He argued that this move was nonsensical as the money allocated for the rental of the power ship could have been used to generate a larger amount of power using HFO at the same cost.
Because the 180 megawatts of tiny HFO power for that exact same amount of money makes absolutely no sense whatsoever.
Minister of Public Works Indar highlighted the importance of the deal, stressing that the increased energy demand in Guyana requires swift action to ensure reliability and sustainability in the power sector. Kesh Nangal, head of GPL's Executive Management Committee, welcomed the agreement as a vital step in expanding the company's generation capacity, with the power ship expected to be operational in about weeks. Meanwhile, Antonio Neto, Managing Director of UCC Holdings for the Americas, reaffirmed his company's commitment to meeting the ambitious timelines, ensuring the power ship's swift integration into the national grid. However, the announcement has not been without controversy. Many Guyanese citizens have raised concerns over the decision to lease a second power ship. These are the comments from the concerned citizens. Quote, "I hope these people know what they're doing with this old money, because they and their families wouldn't be affected if anything goes south as the citizens of this country. And we already feeling the squeeze. Why is Guyana's government renting power ships instead of using our wealth to invest in state-of-the-art power systems that will be owned and controlled by Guyanese? Why waste funds on rental and road to be already wealthy when you can use the same funds that you pay on rent to purchase your own generating system? Since Noah was a little boy, we had this problem. At the end of 2 years, we have to renew the contract or it goes back. We will not own it, someone getting something under the table." End quote. I am Carissa Gonzalez reporting for the HGP Nightly News.
The leader of the Alliance for Change, Nigel Hughes, is adamant that this current generation come 2025 needs to witness a new era of leadership as under the current People's Progressive Party civic regime, morals, values, respect, and integrity are down the drain. Here is more.
Alliance for Change AFC leader Nigel Hughes believes that the time has come for Guyanese, primarily the youngest population, to vote for government that will promote human
civic regime, morals, values, respect, and integrity are down the drain. Here is more.
Alliance for Change AFC leader Nigel Hughes believes that the time has come for Guyanese, primarily the youngest population, to vote for government that will promote human rights, social and economic justice, as well as integrity. Speaking on the program The Countdown, the AFC leader posited that under the People's Progressive Party civic, PPPC, morals and values are down the drain.
You want a leadership that spends 8% of its time cussing up everybody, not just the political opposition, but everybody. But we want a country which is in all views are received, all views are discussed. We set up the state apparatus so that we gather the data that will inform all of us about the decisions we take going forward.
The Attorney General expressed that politicians must be careful of their decorum, especially in the National Assembly. He reported that the younger generation must at no point be of the impression that policymakers should respond to a particular situation with arrogance.
I mean, people raising dildos and talking about all kinds of awful things. That's the level of our political culture. Now, people believe if you don't respond the same way, then you're in a real politician.
With just 1 year away from the 2025 general and regional elections, Hughes urged citizens to vote for a government that will implement efficient and effective long-term policies. He asserted that the current regime has failed to introduce policies that promote sustainability. According to him, Guyanese are coming to the state of realization that the government does not genuinely care about their well-being.
They're going to see through that you spent $1 billion a year last year from the National Resource Fund, and you don't have a single project to show. They are going to see the fact that this so-called wealth is not affecting the lives of the average citizen.
The AFC's potential potential presidential candidate also questioned the state's policy regarding the high cost of living.
When you go to the market, can you buy food? Can you buy the basics? And people, right, that's what it comes down to. It's also going to come down to who people believe will deliver the best future for this country.
Reporting for the HGP News.
We'll be back after this break. Stay with us.
Welcome to SNL Electrical Inc., where licensed and electrical needs are met with expertise and style. From related in electrical lamps to durable cables, circuit breakers, panels, we have it all. Full of nature's space with your LED chandeliers, stunning crystal lights, and versatile pole lights. Looking to upgrade your comfort, explore top-of-the-line AC units and our diverse selections of stylish styles. Visit us at 170-180 Bowman Street, Kitty, Georgetown. Discover a solution that not only lights up your world but transforms it. Call us on telephone number 226-3018 or 223-1634. SNL Electrical, empowering your life with elegance, quality, and key.
You don't leave anything to chance. Every day you click it, lock it, and master. Now press, rub, and wash with Sterling Super Soap. Our antibacterial formula eliminates 99.9% of all germs and bacteria. Clean and moisturize your hands for refreshing and rejuvenating fragrances. Get super clean with Sterling Super Soap. GCOM is currently conducting a national registration exercise. Who can register? Anyone who will be 14 years or older by December 31, 2024 and is a Guyanese citizen by birth, descent, naturalization, or is a citizen from a Commonwealth country living in Guyana for 1 year or more. It is the civic duty and legal responsibility of all persons who meet the eligibility requirements to apply for registration. By doing so, you will be ensuring that you are issued a national identification card and be included in the official lists of electors for future elections, providing you meet all eligibility criteria. This registration exercise will end on November 29, 2024. For further information, contact GCOM on 502-779 or visit the website www.gcom.org.gy.
Look down through your window, no big city lights, just greenery. I don't know what you're looking for. Listen up, my dear, with such a melody. Welcome to the land of many faces, not one, not two, six different races. You know when the sun gets in, you're in the right place.
Thanks for staying with us. You're watching the HGP Nightly News. As we continue, public servants and pensioners will be the first recipients of the one-off $100,000 cash grant, which is expected to roll out this month via check. This is according to President Irfan Ali during a recent televised program with local journalists. Caris Gonzalez reports.
President Irfan Ali, during a recent appearance on a newly televised program in the seat, announced that public servants and pensioners would be the first to receive the one-off $100,000 cash grant, which will begin disbursement in November. During a recent appearance on a newly televised program in the seat, announced that public servants and pensioners would be the first to receive the one-off $100,000 cash grant, which will begin disbursement in November via check.
The easy access to public sector employees, the pensions, all of that will usually pay off.
To ensure the effective rollout of the initiative, President Ali explained that the government would be gathering data at the local level to identify eligible individuals, as well as those who might not yet be in the official database.
Yes, to get all the information with any cards, and when that comes in, it goes into the system, and everything is done on an app, electronically.
Addressing concerns about the impact on public servants' usual bonuses, President Ali clarified that a $100,000 payment would not replace the annual salary adjustments that public employees typically receive.
I've already said that before the year, the public servants' annual salary increase will be paid out retroactive like normal.
The announcement of the $100,000 cash grant has sparked criticism from opposition leaders, who argue that the government's approach lacks clarity especially after an initial proposal of a 200,000 cash per household that was scrapped. In response, the head of state highlighted that the current plan was based on thoughtful analysis. Defending it as a well-structured strategy, he emphasized that the government remains open to feedback from the people of Guyana while ensuring that their voices are heard in shaping the initiative. I am Carice Gonzalez reporting for the HGP Nightly News.
There will be intensified road policing this coming Christmas season, and a number of new approaches will be implemented during this period. Daisy Richards has that story.
The Guyana Police Force GPF on Thursday launched its Christmas policing plan, where it was announced that the road policing will intensify for the 2024 Christmas season. Clifton Hicken, the Assistant Commissioner of Police, who is performing the duties of Commissioner of Police, highlighted that the Guyana Police Force will be working collaboratively in all of the administrative regions.
The Guyana Police Force will have the community policing representatives, where they're going to be policing generally the homes and the rest of it, and not just marketplaces.
Meanwhile, Crime Chief Wendell Blanham assured that Marine and the K9 patrols, along with a heightened police presence all across Guyana, particularly in commercial zones.
Both uniform and plainclothes ranks, by day and by night, from Mondays to Sundays during the festive season. There will be an increased deployment of anti-crime patrols.
Identification of suspicious characters at busy shopping areas and commercial banks, car parks, and night spots will act as a deterrent.
Briefing business community members on security strategies to keep customers safe will also continue during this period.
Officers will also be equipped with telecommunication devices, body cameras, and the continuous use of drones are among efforts to be employed to ensure the safety of citizens. For HGP Nightly News, I am Daisy Richard.
Meanwhile, still on the Guyana Police Force, the Ministry of Home Affairs reports a decline in serious crime compared to 2023. This is according to Crime Chief Wendell Blanham. Here again is Daisy Richards.
On Thursday, Crime Chief Wendell Blanham revealed a significant decline in the country's crime rate in 2024 as compared to 2023. Blanham was speaking during the Guyana Police Force's rollout of its security plans ahead of the Christmas season.
Overall, there were 175 less serious crime reports recorded for the current period, 2024, when compared to the previous period in 2023.
There was a decline in murder, robbery under arms, robbery involving instruments other than a firearm, robberies in which violence was used, larceny from person, breaking into larceny, rape, and burglary. However, according to Blanham, there was an increase in gun robberies, which rose by 11%. The crime chief also reported a downward trend in crime for the period 2015 to 2024.
Serious crime reports recorded for the year 2024 when compared to the year 2023.
It was recorded that Region 4A had the highest crime rate with the largest population density and commercial activities, while Region 6 tied with Region 4A, the figure for serious crimes doubled compared to 2023. This is despite initiatives being implemented to decrease the crime rate. For HGP Nightly News, I am Daisy Richards.
Join us after this break for more news.
Planning a cleanup? We can help. Sevon's Waste Management skip bins can be provided for home renovation projects, yard cleanup, or construction project. It's simple. Step 1, give us a call. Step 2, we put down the bin. Step 3, load it up with all of your junk. Step 4, we take it away. That's simple. Bins are also available in various sizes, so there is no job that is too big or too small. Call Sevon's Waste Management today at 218-1455.
Tropic Construction Solutions, we pride ourselves on being one of the leading distributors of high-quality woven and non-woven geotextile fabric, geotextile tubes, and geogrids for over 15 years in Guyana. We supply reflective vests, sleeves, quality hard hats, and more for your construction needs. We are located in number 2 Village, East Coast Purpose, 1 minute from Palmyra. Our distribution mechanism enables us to offer delivery across the city of Georgetown. Contact us at +5926 City of Georgetown. Contact us at +5926 284 077 or visit our website at www.tcsg.
watching the HGP Nightly News. The local content secretariat has invested more than $300 million in procurement opportunities, with over 4,500 locals being hired in the oil and gas industry as of 2024. This is according to the Secretariat's head. Antonio Day has been following that story.
Policies that we've introduced this year alone, mid-January, our procurement opportunities spent on local companies was somewhere around $314 million.
That's the director of the local content secretariat, Dr. Martin Patap, speaking at the sales strike ceremony for the Jaguar FPSO. According to Dr. Patap, this is intended to boost local companies and employment opportunities, while also bolstering the role of these companies.
New hires for the year as of June this year is around 424 for 40 major tier 1 companies, including the contractor. Total employment is somewhere around 4,500, but we all know we consider we look holistically at all the tier 1 companies. Tier 2 companies is somewhere around 6,500, and that is a huge increase compared to last year.
Due to the diversification of the energy sector, Dr. Patap acknowledged a few challenges faced by many companies, such as the employment ratio of locals compared to foreign nationals, as well as compliance.
We want to strike the right balance where companies here operating in Guyana feel comfortable that yes, there's predictability, there's confidence in the market, and at the same time for the locals them to feel confident that yes, we have the secretariat, we have the guidance of the government, policy direction, etc., that are putting things in place.
Additionally, the local content director stated that his office is working towards increasing the number of women-owned companies in the consortium.
We want to see more suppliers, especially from the side, and focus on some of those low-hanging fruits. We want to see small and medium-sized businesses take advantage of the opportunities as well.
The TAB also announced plans to launch a local content app before the end of the year. Antonio D reporting for the HGP Nightly News.
The Ministry of Health has announced a series of initiatives aimed at prevention, diagnosis, and treatment of diabetes as World Diabetes Days observed. Here is more.
November 14 annually is designated World Diabetes Day, and the Ministry of Health has planned several activities to coincide with this year's observances. Diabetes is one of the leading causes of premature death and illness across the globe. In a major push to address diabetes in Guyana, the Ministry of Health, which in a statement said a series of initiatives were rolled out aimed at improving the prevention, diagnosis, and treatment of diabetes. These include implementing new clinical guidelines, expanding screening services, improving access to specialized care, and enhancing the provision of new clinical guidelines, expanding screening services, improving access to specialized care, and enhancing the provision of essential medications for diabetic patients. The ministry said while diabetes and its complications are largely preventable, prevention and management strategies are crucial to reducing morbidity and mortality and improving patient outcomes. Therefore, early detection is essential for managing diabetes. Just recently, the ministry updated national guidelines for preventing and treating diabetes. It was introduced, and this evidence-based guideline outlines best practices in diabetic management, focusing on lifestyle modification, early diagnosis, and comprehensive treatment plans. It also emphasizes the importance of regular monitoring and patient education, supporting healthcare providers to deliver the most effective and individualized care possible. To prevent and manage one of the leading complications of diabetes, the ministry has expanded access to diabetic retinal examinations. Patients can now receive regular eye exams, a serious complication of diabetes that can lead to blindness if left untreated. In response to the high risk of kidney disease associated with diabetes, the Health Ministry has expanded nephrology services across regional hospitals, allowing diabetic patients to receive regular kidney function tests and specialized care. There was also an increase in the number of foot clinics nationwide aimed at reducing the risk of diabetic foot complications, such as infections and ulcers that can lead to amputation. The ministry says it stands committed to ensuring diabetic patients receive the highest standard of care, with a focus on preventing complications and enhancing the quality of life. World Diabetes Day is being observed under the theme Breaking Barriers, Bridging Gaps. For HGP Night News, I am Dave Richard.
Stay tuned for regional news.
in
Offshore Diaries.
The Guyana Elections Commission GCOM is currently conducting a national registration exercise. Who can register? Anyone who will be 14 years or older by December 31st, 2024 and is a Guyanese citizen by birth, descent, naturalization, or is a citizen from a Commonwealth country living in Guyana for 1 year or more. Types of transactions. Anyone eligible for registration is required to visit the registration office responsible for his or her area of residence to apply for registration. Persons who are already registered could apply for a name change if they have changed their names since they were last registered. Apply for corrections if there is incorrect information on their national ID cards. Persons who are desirous of conducting any of the above transactions must provide the relevant supporting documents. Persons who are already registered could request that their photographs be retaken if the quality of the photographs on their ID cards is unacceptable. Collect their new ID cards if they have not done so as yet. This registration exercise will end on November 29, 2024. For further information, please contact GCOM on the following hotline numbers: 225-02779, 226-6557, 223-9650, or visit the GCOM website at www.gcom.org.gy.
Interested in honoring or paying tribute to a loved one, or just making a loved one feel special? HGP TV offers you all that and more. Air your birthday greetings, death announcements, and wedding anniversaries on HGP TV today. HGP TV offers affordable prices, convenience, and great services. Call us on 220-3660 or email us at sales@hgptv.com.
Good evening, I'm Daisy Richards, and welcome to Thursday's edition of the Regional News. We begin with news from Haiti. Doctors Without Borders (MSF) said on Wednesday that at least 2 patients were killed when its ambulance was stopped and attacked earlier this week in Haiti's capital, Port-au-Prince. The MSF staff said they were violently attacked on Monday after, quote, members of a vigilante group and law enforcement officers, unquote, stopped the ambulance. The ambulance transporting 3 young people with gunshot wounds was halted about 100 yards from the MSF hospital in the Juilliard area of the capital and forced to transfer the patients to a public hospital, MSF said. The group said police attempted to arrest the patients before escorting the ambulance to the hospital, where, quote, law enforcement officers and members of a self-defense group surrounded the ambulance, slashed the tires, and tear-gassed MSF staff inside the vehicle to force them out, unquote. The wounded patients were taken a short distance away and at least 2 were executed, the group said. Quote, the act is a shocking display of violence and it seriously calls into question MSF's ability to continue delivering essential care to the Haitian people, unquote, said Christophe Garnier, MSF's head of mission. While in Montserrat's Ministry of Health and Social Services has reported that there is an impetigo outbreak on the island. The ministry said impetigo is a highly contagious skin infection that primarily affects children but can also spread to people of all ages. The bacterial skin infection causes red sores, blisters, or crusty patches, primarily around the face, arms, or legs. The red sores quickly rupture, ooze for a few days, then form a yellowish-brown crust, according to the ministry. Impetigo is spread primarily through skin contact or by touching contaminated objects. Islanders have been advised to wash their hands frequently, avoid contact with infected people, and keep cuts and scrapes clean and covered until healed. Finally, a federal appeals court in Argentina upheld a guilty verdict for former President Cristina Fernández de Kirchner on Wednesday. Kirchner, who served 2 terms as president between 2007 and 2015, and most recently was vice president from 2019 to 2023, was found guilty of defrauding the state and given a 6-year prison sentence in December 2022. The case can still be appealed to the Supreme Court.
Kirchner, a powerful figure in Argentina, faced charges of alleged corruption in the awarding of public works during her presidency. She survived an assassination attempt in 2022, sparking massive demonstrations in support of her. Kirchner was nominated to lead the Peronist opposition Justicialista Party after she survived an assassination attempt in 2022, sparking massive demonstrations in support of her. Kirchner was nominated to lead the Peronist opposition Justicialista Party after former President Alberto Fernandez was charged for alleged abuse against the First Lady earlier this year and stripped of his party post. She will assume the position on November 17. Argentina faces legislative elections in 2025, but a bill being debated in Congress banning people convicted of corruption from holding office could complicate Kirchner's political future if it advances. Thank you for watching. Until next time.
The buck stops with the president. His behavior was juvenile. Norton. GPL secures a second power ship amid growing energy demand. The question being asked is this the solution Ghana needs? AFC leader challenges citizens to vote a government that will promote substantial policies and order in society. And Health Ministry committed to ensuring diabetic patients receive highest standard of care as World Diabetes Day is observed. Those are all major headlines for these stories and more. Please go to our website. It's www.hgptv.com. I'm Melissa Grant. Thanks for watching.